1979 Buick LeSabre Limited, $3,000, St. Paul, Minnesota. With its unmistakable late 1970s presence and a personality that feels like stepping into a different era, this 1979 Buick LeSabre Limited embodies the kind of vintage American charm that's getting harder and harder to find, especially at this price point. Finished in a rich, period-correct green-on-green color scheme that's all kinds of nostalgic, this full-sized cruiser is more than just a car, it's a time capsule on wheels. Under the hood, you'll find Buick's sturdy and smooth-running 4.9L V8 engine, paired with an automatic transmission that shifts cleanly and offers the kind of effortless, floaty driving experience these big-bodied cars were built for. With approximately 106,000 miles on the odometer, it's clearly been used, but not abused, and it still has plenty of life left for the road ahead. Mechanically, it's in solid shape. The engine starts right up and settles into a comfortable idle, and the car drives down the road with that soft, plush ride that defined this generation of Buicks. The automatic transmission engages smoothly, and recent service includes brand new front rotors and brake pads, ensuring stopping power is ready to match the car's cruising ability. The tires have decent tread left, and the cold air conditioning is a welcome bonus for warmer days, a luxury that many classics of this era have long since lost. Inside, the cabin is exactly what you'd hope for in a 79 LeSabre, spacious, comfortable, and loaded with that unmistakable vintage Buick atmosphere. The green interior matches the exterior for a cohesive and authentic look, and while it's not showroom new, it's in usable condition and has a warm, inviting feel. The heat works great, too, making this a viable option for chilly fall drives or even the occasional winter outing. Of course, as a Minnesota car, some rust is present, particularly the kind you'd expect after decades in this climate. But the structure remains solid overall, and for a buyer with a little time and mechanical know-how, this LeSabre is the perfect base for a light restoration or a dependable weekend cruiser. It could even serve as a funky, vintage daily driver for someone who wants to stand out from the sea of modern crossovers and sedans. Whether you're an enthusiast looking for an affordable entry point into the world of classic American cars, a collector drawn to late-70s General Motors styling, or simply someone who appreciates the character and charm of a bygone era, this LeSabre offers a compelling combination of style, comfort, and potential, all for just $3,000. Number 2. 1980 Chevrolet El Camino, $7,500, Orange, Texas. Few vehicles capture the quirky appeal of classic Americana quite like the Chevrolet El Camino, and this 1980 example, freshly refinished and undeniably eye-catching, is a prime example of what makes these car-truck hybrids so beloved. Offered at $7,500 and located in Orange, Texas, this El Camino blends utility and style in a way that only GM could pull off back in the day. The most immediately striking feature is the recent blue-on-blue paint job, which gives the car a bright, confident presence that looks fantastic under the Texas sun. The two-tone color scheme isn't just visually bold, it also gives the car a sense of polish and care that suggests the current owner has invested in its presentation. And with only 60,000 miles showing on the odometer, this classic still has a long road ahead of it. Under the hood, you'll find a reliable powertrain paired with an automatic transmission, making it easy to drive whether you're taking it to a local car show or hauling gear around town. The air conditioning is functional, always a huge plus in a vintage vehicle, especially in the southern heat, and the overall mechanical condition is reportedly solid. It also comes with additional new parts, a thoughtful bonus that shows the seller was already thinking ahead to keep this El Camino running strong. The seller is offering it on a firm, first-come first-served basis, which isn't surprising given the strong condition, fair price, and curb appeal. For anyone looking to own a classic that stands out without breaking the bank, this 1980 El Camino is a versatile, stylish, and practical choice that's ready for its next chapter. Number 3. 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass Sedan, $7,900, Greenville, South Carolina. Here's a classic that truly speaks to the Southern survivor crowd, a 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass sedan with just under 63,000 original miles, still standing proud after more than 5 decades on the road. listed for $7,900 in Greenville, South Carolina. This car is more than just a well-kept classic, it's a piece of local automotive history, complete with its original build sheet and factory order form. Powered by a smooth V8 engine and backed by a dependable automatic transmission, the Cutlass starts, idles, and drives with confidence. It's one of those cars that, once you slide behind the wheel, immediately transports you back to a time when American sedans were built with generous proportions, unmistakable presence, and genuine road manners. The mechanicals are sorted, making this a great option for cruising the backroads, showing off at weekend meets, or simply enjoying the nostalgia of owning a well-preserved GM classic. Cosmetically, it's in great condition for its age. The body shows only minimal rust, especially impressive for a car of this vintage, and while it does carry a salvage rebuilt title due to a minor incident affecting the hood and grille, those components have since been professionally replaced. The rest of the car remains structurally sound and visually appealing. Whether you're an Oldsmobile enthusiast, a vintage GM collector, or simply someone who loves the clean lines and refined power of an early 70s American sedan, this Cutlass delivers a lot of car for the money, and a whole lot of character, too. Number 4. 1967 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Coupe, $6,450, Bourne, Texas. If you've been looking for a project car with real potential and solid bones, this 1967 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme Coupe might be just the opportunity you've been waiting for. Offered at $6,450 in Bourne, Texas, this classic two-door is a great starting point for a full restoration or even a tasteful restomod. It's powered by a small-block Chevrolet engine, equipped with an HEI distributor and a 4-barrel carburetor, giving it plenty of punch under the hood and a strong, throaty idle. The engine runs well, oil pressure is healthy, and the car fires up without drama, an encouraging sign for anyone planning to get it back on the road without a full teardown. The automatic transmission makes it easy to live with, and the structure of the car is in surprisingly good shape for its age. The floors have already been replaced and sealed, saving you a major step in the restoration process. Rust is minimal, especially rare for a 60s GM coupe, and that alone makes this car worth a closer look. That said, it's still a project. It needs brake work, attention to the interior, and a rear window replacement. But it comes with a clean title and keys, and at this price, it's an ideal candidate for someone who knows their way around a wrench and wants to build something truly personal. Cash only, and with the right hands, this could be a future showpiece. Number 5. 1963 Chevrolet Corvair Monza Convertible, $4,800, Brookhaven, Mississippi. Here's a little drop-top classic with loads of personality, a 1963 Chevrolet Corvair Monza Convertible, offered at $4,800 in Brookhaven, Mississippi. With 84,000 miles on the clock and a strong-running engine, this Corvair is the kind of approachable, low-slung vintage cruiser that's perfect for sunny afternoon drives and neighborhood admiration. The Corvair has always been a bit of a rebel in the Chevrolet lineup, and this example shows off why. It's compact, rear-engined, air-cooled, and just different enough to keep people intrigued. The automatic transmission makes it easy to handle, even for those unfamiliar with vintage cars, and it's surprisingly comfortable and smooth for such a compact ride. The convertible top is solid and the glass is intact, two key factors for any soft-top classic, and the gold exterior gives it a warm, retro vibe that stands out in a sea of modern gray and silver. Inside, the cabin remains in decent shape, offering just enough patina to remind you it's a true vintage piece while still being pleasant enough for regular use. There's some light rust here and there, as to be expected in a car over 60 years old, but overall, it remains in good condition and ready for enjoyment. Whether you're a Corvair enthusiast, a collector looking for something unique, or simply someone drawn to the charm of 1960s American design, this convertible is a charming and affordable way to step into the world of classic motoring. Number 6. 1964 Dodge Dart, $6,500, Wichita, Kansas. Classic Mopars have a personality all their own, and this 1964 Dodge Dart is no exception. Offered at $6,500 in Wichita, Kansas, this example stands out for being incredibly original, with just 14,000 miles showing on the odometer. That kind of mileage is rare for any vintage vehicle, and especially for one that's remained so close to stock after all these years. Powered by Chrysler's famously dependable slant-six engine and backed by an automatic transmission, this Dart starts up, runs smoothly, and delivers a pleasant, easygoing driving experience that's true to its era. It's not a muscle car, and it doesn't pretend to be. Instead, it offers the kind of charm and usability that made it such a popular car when it was new. The beige exterior, combined with the original tan interior, speaks to a time when American cars had a quiet confidence about them, understated but well built. The upholstery, dash, and trim all show signs of gentle aging, but the overall condition remains impressive for a 60-year-old sedan. The tires are in good shape, and it comes with a clean title, ready to be enjoyed. It could use some minor brake work, but that's to be expected on a classic like this, and it's a manageable fix for most hobbyists or shops. If you're looking for an affordable, low-mileage entry into the world of vintage Mopars, or just want a cool old cruiser for weekend drives, this Dart checks all the boxes. Number 7. 1985 Chevrolet El Camino SS, $6,000, Woodhaven, Michigan. For those who want something equal parts stylish and practical, this 1985 Chevrolet El Camino SS is a standout option. Listed for $6,000 in Woodhaven, Michigan, this final generation El Camino blends 80s swagger with classic Chevy toughness, and it's ready to be enjoyed. Finished in a sharp blue-on-blue color scheme, this El Camino presents well, especially for a vehicle that's now entering classic territory. It still wears its original 305 V8 engine and is paired with an automatic transmission, making it a solid and familiar driver for anyone who appreciates the simplicity and charm of 80s American iron. The body is clean with no floor rust, an important point for northern vehicles, and the seller describes it as very solid overall. With only 90,000 miles, this Chevy has been driven but still retains plenty of life. It's the kind of car that doesn't try too hard but still gets noticed, whether it's at a local cruise-in or just running errands around town. The seller is open to reasonable offers, so there might even be room to negotiate. If you're looking for a well-preserved El Camino that you can drive and enjoy right away, without having to do a ton of work, this SS version is worth a closer look. Dependable, stylish, and unmistakably unique. Number 8. 1971 Chevrolet C10 Cheyenne, $7,000, Lindsay, Oklahoma. If you've been searching for a classic truck with great bones and room to make it your own, this 1971 Chevrolet C10 Cheyenne might be just the right match. Priced at $7,000 and located in Lindsay, Oklahoma, this solid pickup is already off to a strong start, featuring a straight body, solid drivetrain, and a list of important new parts that bring it closer to full revival. Under the hood, it's powered by a small block Chevy engine paired with a 700R4 automatic transmission, an upgrade from the original 3-speed automatic that adds overdrive, improving highway usability and fuel efficiency. It has received several key updates, including a new carburetor, intake manifold, spark plugs, plug wires, battery, and fuel pump. Those upgrades alone cover a lot of the mechanical essentials and indicate the previous owner was on the right path to bringing this classic back to life. Despite sitting for some time, the truck now starts, runs, and stops, a promising sign for anyone looking to complete a solid C10 project without starting from scratch. It also comes with a factory chrome front bumper and a replacement rocker panel, saving you time and money sourcing those components. The body remains impressively straight, which makes a big difference in terms of future bodywork or paint prep. Of course, it's still a project. It will need a windshield, new carpet, and a general detailing to clean things up, but the hard stuff, the drivetrain and structure, is largely in place. It's being sold with a clean title, making it that much easier to register and insure once it's ready to hit the road. For anyone looking to restore or build a personalized classic truck, this Cheyenne has all the right ingredients. Number 9. 1965 Chevrolet Biscayne, $6,000, White Lake, Michigan. Here's a rare opportunity to bring a mid-60s full-size GM classic back to life. This 1965 Chevrolet Biscayne, listed for $6,000 in White Lake, Michigan, offers a blank slate for restoration or customization. It's not running and will need to be trailered, but if you've been looking for a body that's still solid and uncut, especially one with clean lines and a factory manual transmission, this one deserves a closer look. Finished in a black-on-black color scheme that adds to its understated muscle car presence, this Biscayne has a strong, purposeful look even in its unrestored state. The body, while aged, is reportedly clean for its era, meaning you're not starting out battling major rust or structural damage. That alone gives it a major head start over many other 60s projects. Inside, the interior is Spartan as expected. Biscaynes were always the working man's full-size Chevy, but that simplicity is part of the appeal. Whether you want to return it to factory spec, create a sleeper-style street machine, or simply preserve its honest patina, this car has great bones to build on. The seller includes a clean title, which is becoming harder to find with unrestored projects from this era. Whether you're a Chevrolet purist or someone looking for a rare and authentic base to build a period-correct drag cruiser, this Biscayne offers a lot of promise at a reasonable price. Number 10. 1970 Chevrolet Nova SS Clone, $5,900, Orient, Ohio. If you love the look of a classic muscle car but enjoy the challenge of a hands-on project, this 1970 Chevrolet Nova SS Clone might be just what you're after. Priced at $5,900 and located in Orient, Ohio, this patina-covered beauty offers solid structure and good interior bones, just waiting for the right enthusiast to bring it roaring back to life. Powered by a 6-cylinder engine mated to an automatic transmission, this Nova was running prior to a starter failure, so while it doesn't currently fire up, the mechanical core appears to be intact. The seller includes a replacement front floor section for the driver's side, indicating an awareness of the common rust issues these cars face, and the willingness to provide solutions up front. The body wears an even coat of natural patina that speaks to decades of honest use, and for some buyers, that's exactly the appeal. Trunk rust is reportedly minimal, which is a rare win on a car of this vintage, and inside, the seats are in surprisingly good shape, providing a solid foundation for restoration. Most of the interior components are present, meaning you won't be chasing parts for months just to complete the cabin. A clean title is included, and for less than $6,000, this Nova offers a chance to own a desirable body style with room to build it your way, whether you stick with the sleeper 6-cylinder, swap an AV8, or restore it as a show-worthy tribute car. Number 11. 1978 Chevrolet Caprice Classic, $6,000, Brookhaven, Mississippi. For fans of full-size 70s sedans with timeless design and long-road comfort, this 1978 Chevrolet Caprice Classic sedan is a standout find. Priced at $6,000 and located in Brookhaven, Mississippi, this two-owner vehicle shows just under 98,000 miles and has been well kept throughout its life. Powered by a smooth-running V8 engine and paired with an automatic transmission, this Caprice is described as mechanically sound, with no smoke and no known issues. It's ready to hit the road today, whether that means cruising back roads on the weekend or sliding into rotation as a reliable vintage daily driver. Visually, the car presents well with its clean gray exterior paint, which still shines, and a plush blue interior that remains in remarkably good condition for its age. There's a quiet elegance to the design, chrome trim, long horizontal lines, and big windows, that captures everything people love about GM's late 70s sedans. Recent upgrades include a complete Flowmaster exhaust system, which gives the car a deeper, more authoritative tone without being overbearing. The suspension feels tight, the brakes function well, and all signs point to a car that's been lovingly maintained by careful owners. With a clean title included, this Caprice Classic is ready to drive and enjoy. It's a rare opportunity to own a vintage full-size car that doesn't need major work, priced reasonably and ready for the next chapter. Number 12. 1978 Chevrolet K30 Trailering Special, $4,500, Grants, New Mexico. If you're in the market for a rugged, no-nonsense workhorse from the golden era of GM pickups, this 1978 Chevrolet K30 Trailering Special is ready to get back on the job. Offered at $4,500 in Grants, New Mexico, this 1-ton 4x2 dually is a rare sight today and offers incredible utility for someone with the vision to restore or repurpose it. Equipped with a 350 V8 engine and 4-speed manual transmission, it's a simple but dependable setup that's built to tow, haul, and keep moving long after newer trucks have given up. With just 50,000 miles on the clock, this K30 is barely broken in by heavy-duty truck standards. The regular cab and long bed configuration makes it ideal for hauling gear, towing equipment, or converting into a vintage flatbed or farm truck. Finished in no-nonsense white paint, it's clearly a utilitarian vehicle, but one that's surprisingly hard to find in restorable condition these days. While it may need a bit of attention to return to road-ready status, the bones are here. It's a strong candidate for anyone seeking a vintage GM work truck that can be restored to factory utility, or customized into a purpose-built rig. A clean title makes the process straightforward. Number 13. 1985 Chevrolet C20, $4,200, Austin, Texas. This 1985 Chevrolet C20 is an affordable classic pickup that runs strong and still has plenty of potential left in the tank. Priced at $4,200 and located in Austin, Texas, it's a heavy-duty 3/4-ton truck that combines raw utility with vintage Chevy style. Powered by a 1972-era small-block engine and mated to a 4-speed manual transmission, this C20 has been upgraded with several new components, making it a solid driver even in its current condition. The manual gearbox adds to its rugged charm, giving you full control over every shift and making it ideal for towing, hauling, or just enjoying the classic truck experience. It rides on white steel wheels wrapped in fresh tires, giving it a clean, honest stance that's both functional and good-looking. While it still needs time and investment to be fully finished, much of the hard work has already been done. It's mechanically sound and runs well, meaning you won't have to start from zero. The seller holds a clean title and is open to trade offers, which opens up possibilities for anyone looking to swap vehicles, parts, or projects. Whether you're planning a full restoration or simply want a dependable old truck with great character, this C20 is an excellent canvas to start with. Number 14. 1985 Ford Ranger 4x4, $150, Amarillo, Texas. For those who love small 4x4s and don't mind getting their hands dirty, this 1985 Ford Ranger 4x4 is a dirt-cheap project with potential. Priced at just $150 in Amarillo, Texas, it's a rough-around-the-edges compact truck that could be the foundation for a budget off-road build or a DIY restoration. Finished in a tan exterior with a matching brown interior, it has classic 80s Ford charm, complete with a 5-speed manual transmission for proper driver engagement. The engine isn't currently running, but it does turn over freely by hand, an encouraging sign for anyone willing to put in the work to get it running again. Rust is present in the floor pans, but new tires have already been fitted, offering a head start in bringing it back to rolling status. It does not come with a title, which means it's best suited for off-road use, parts harvesting, or potentially titling through a bonded process if your state allows. If you're looking for a beat or trail rig, a backyard project, or just a cheap way to learn wrenching, this little Ranger could be a fun low-cost entry into the world of classic 4x4 trucks.